I've been a hermit for 26 years of my life. I want to change. All right, welcome back to Reddit Social Skills. Today's question comes from Cyclone619Y2J. And the question goes, how can I start meeting people all of a sudden? I'm not in school anymore. What's the best way of meeting people? I want to make friends so I can get a bigger circle of friends, but I also want to talk with more girls too. Hermit for 26 years. How to start meeting people all of a sudden, not in school anymore. Okay. Look, I'm 27. I was a hermit for many years as well. Not as long as you, but that's because I got started in my teens. But I've had periods since my teens where I've been a hermit still. So, and I should mention I've been traveling for like the past 5 or 6 years to, I don't know, 20 plus countries or something. So I've often found myself feeling like a hermit in a new place, oftentimes where they don't speak my native language of English, and oftentimes without any friends there as well. And obviously no college for me. So I've been in a similar situation. I've been in new places, feeling like a hermit, don't know anyone, and don't know how to connect. And it's not easy because I can't just show up at school and talk to people. It's a little bit trickier. You know, after school, after you get out of school, the school era, then you have to find people like throughout life, not just at the place of education where everyone your age has to go or is likely to be. So I get it, it's tricky. It's not as easy, let's say, as if you were in college still right now, because then you could just go to the social clubs or whatever. All right, but it's still not that, it's still possible. All right, I know it can seem crazy, overwhelming to be 26, to have felt like a hermit your whole life, and then to try now from scratch to build something. You might feel like you're past the age where you can even learn how to do this or connect with people, and you just might feel like it's too late. And I get that because it sucks when you're growing up and you're that, you know, you've gone through your teens and now more than half of your 20s and you still haven't figured it out, and everyone else has been having a good time for like a decade, you feel, or more. Yeah, that can be hard. And it's mostly in your head. Okay, so the hardest part about solving this problem is going to be just being patient, because it's going to take time, and the time it takes, it's impossible to tell you right now how long it will take you to get to whatever point. The good news is relief is a lot closer than you might think. Okay, you might have a grandiose vision of what you might look like at your ultimate growth point or something, like the ultimate version of yourself. You might have a vision of that, but that's like all the way in the distance, right? You'll never get there, I'll never get there, no one will ever get to their ultimate vision. We just try to get as close as we can. So that's all the way in the distance. But a lot closer than that, there are checkpoints, waypoints that when you hit them, something shifts in your brain, and all of a sudden the insecurities that used to plague you, they don't hold water. And then you can drop some of them, some big ones. And that point is only months away maybe for you. And once you pass that point, you can never go back, because you always know that you've passed that level. You can't go back. So it's great because think of it like a video game. If you ever played one of those old school video games where you're playing and you have to like beat certain enemies or pass a certain amount of the map. You have to get past a certain amount of the level before the progress automatically saves. And if you get past that checkpoint, that waypoint, that save point, and you die, you'll go back to that save point. not all the way to the beginning, but if you died like right before the waypoint, you have to start at the beginning again. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you pass a couple of those checkpoints, it's like your mind auto-saves your progress, and it's impossible then to go back completely to the beginning. It's impossible because the insecurities will be destroyed. I mean, there's things that'll come up again, there's new insecurities that will come up. There's times when your old insecurities will be aggravated and they'll come to the surface, but you can never, once you pass a certain checkpoint, and I'll describe that in a second, you can't go back. Okay, so what does that checkpoint look like? Depends. For you, it's gonna be the first level, the lowest level activity or action or accomplishment, achievement that you feel would be huge to you, but it's just step number one. So that might be like, I don't know, getting a girlfriend. It might be creating a little, social circle or making a new friend. It might be getting a kiss or starting a weekly party and then hosting that. I'm not sure what it is for you, but like the lower level, the first level things, if you look all the way into the future at the ultimate version of yourself that you'd love to be, and then you just bring that all the way back to now and just say, what would be the next thing that I could do that would prove some of my insecurities wrong? That's what you should be doing, okay? Let me just have a quick glance again at your question. You said you want to get a bigger circle of friends. So let's get practical now. What I would do is, and I've talked about this before, so make sure you check out my other videos. I talk about this in more detail than I'm going to tell you here right now, but briefly, what I suggest is finding some places that you like the vibe of, that you can go to regularly. The gym, cafes / restaurants, bars, parks, anything like that, where people are, and that ideally you're going to see the similar people over and over and over again. Because if you become a regular, like I'm suggesting, you'll see at least the employees all the time, so you can make friends with them, and that will improve your skills, and that will get you outside of your head. Again, watch my other videos. But also the regulars who frequent those places, people who also go to the gym regularly, you make friends with them, and then now you have friends who can keep you accountable to fitness habits, and that makes you feel better about yourself. Physically and mentally, just working out, plus the friends that you make there, plus when you meet the staff there, you say hello every time. Cafe, restaurants, bars, same thing, and you also meet the people who go to those places, That would require you to just be there. If you just make a point to be at those places regularly, you don't have to go and talk to every single person you see, but you'll naturally just see opportunities and meet people if you spend your time out instead of home. If you like to read, if you like to write, or if you have some kind of job or work that you can do sitting at a computer or with a notepad, do that out. Don't do it at home. If there's something that you could do out instead of at home, do it out, because now you're around people. You force yourself to walk down the street, to walk past people, to make eye contact, to smile at the person at the entrance to the bar or cafe or restaurant when you walk in. It forces you to be out, okay? Try that. I also suggest you find some clubs or something. If you were in college, of course, you could do that a little bit easier, but you got things like meetup.com, Facebook groups. Think about whatever your hobbies are and things you like to do, even if they're not super social hobbies like basketball or whatever. Maybe you have more of a introverted personality, and your hobbies are also solo hobbies like reading or something, or watching movies. That's totally fine. You can still find a reading book, like a book club, a reading group, a movie watching or analysis group. Any type of thing that you're into, you can find a little club for it. And if you have multiple interests, I suggest you find multiple groups to link up with, so that you have various options of people that you can connect with and speak to, okay? Aside from that, again, watch my other videos, watch the behaviors that make people like you more, using names, video, and a bunch of other ones. But there's so much I could tell you. I don't want to overwhelm you with information. I also don't want to repeat myself. That's why I said check out the other videos. But I hope this was helpful as it is. What I've given you so far, I hope that you found that helpful, just what I've said so far. And if so, please leave me a like and leave me some feedback in the comments so I can continue to improve my content, okay? If these type of videos are something you're interested in, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. Otherwise, no worries. Either way, I appreciate you for being here and thank you for your time. This is Alex Walton. I'm signing out from Why You Don't Have Friends, my apartment here in Medellin, Colombia. Later.